How's your Valentine's Day going? Or if you're watching from overseas, how has it been? You get to see the love of your life? Or you're gonna go shoot that shot with that baddie from school? However you plan on doing it, do it well, man. Because I've been spending up till now trying to master the challenge of playing and winning while having fun simultaneously, Ultimate Team on FC26. But that doesn't happen very often, unfortunately, and I end up spiking my cortisol and getting all stressed because this game can really piss me off. I can't smash anything or yell too loud. YouTube isn't my full-time job yet, hint hint, so I can't buy too many replacement controllers or replace any drywall. So that ends up in me containing all this rage and playing a million times worse. I'm sure you guys have had your ups and downs navigating through the Division Rivals ladder, wherever you rank. Or if you're like me, when you win, you feel like taking on any pro in the world, and if you lose, it turns into a 7-game losing streak, and me absolutely pissing myself because I'm gonna get relegated after using all my checkpoint barriers. This is based on a true story. Not the piss part, of course, if you were wondering. If I was to compare my FIFA skills to a footballer, it would be Richarlison. He can be super hot and cold off the pitch, and he's also offside a lot, just like me. Sometimes I wish my striker could make a run instantly when I face it and press my left bumper, instead of waiting 2 seconds and catching me offside. I don't know about you guys, but I find it a lot harder than the previous FIFAs to rank up in the Division Rivals ladder. Or do I just suck? Let me know in the comments, guys. First off, a little FIFA portfolio. That sounds like I'm applying to a uni internship where they never get back to you. That part is also true. Is it that serious? Yes, considering I'm making this video, of course. I'm in Division 4, so that would be like high plat or low diamond in any other game. And my team uses the 4-2-3-1 formation with the 2 defensive midfielders. I'll put my team up on the screen right now. I know, not anything super special and might be below the power curve considering the cars that are out right now. I don't want to be the next Gaming for Hope but for FIFA, where I always complain and I always have something negative to say about the game. And I also don't want to pretend like EA Sports has it out against me, like I cracked the CEO's mother. I can make pretty stupid decisions leading to my demise in-game, but there are some things that happen in the game that makes me want to investigate further because those things simply feel out of my control and will get me mad for a game I'm supposed to actually enjoy myself on. It feels like everyone has gotten better because last year, I could make Division 4 with ease, no problem, but this year, the process feels much longer. I think the reason for this is because they've introduced relegation, although that happening is rare for me, but still, it was win, lose, win a lot, have your promotion match be against a guy that hasn't seen daylight since COVID, and then lose a ton and get the occasional relegation. Rinse and repeat. This has basically happened to me twice when I'm trying to get to Div 3. I get that EA thinks if I win too much, I'll get bored, and they have this thing where they intentionally match me against hard-ass opponents, have me lose to keep my retention on the game, and that's how they make money. But please, EA, it has to end at some point. Please make me overestimate my ability in this game. I'll at least feel good for a little longer. Back in early 2025, Division 2 was my biggest challenge, but Division 4 this year feels like Div 2 last year, if you get my drift. You only get like 1 second to make a decision, otherwise they'll team press, take the ball, and blitz past you. And again, this was not exactly the biggest problem for me last year. I'll give you an example that you may have seen in my past videos. Whenever I would get a chance on goal, or when I'm defending one, my game decides to freeze for whatever reason. It rarely happens anywhere else, like in the middle of the pitch. In fact, you'll probably see it in this video with the game I recorded. In fact, I'm glad I caught this, so you don't think I'm crazy. This lag has cost me so many games, and I can do nothing but stare at my screen while I die inside. I set my FPS limit to 60, and I know for a fact my setup can handle that just fine. Maybe I just need a revamp on all my computer parts, but I don't want to have to resort to that. Rand is $900 now because a bunch of people want to make videos of AI food talking, as much as I do enjoy and learn from them.
I'm Apple, real fruit, real fiber. You're sugar jelly in a plastic cup.
But I'm colorful!
Shut up! You rot teeth! I clean the body!
This is also not a problem with my other games, as my Wi-Fi works just fine and I always make sure my graphics drivers are updated. So something else is up, but I haven't seen this happen to anybody else but me. You know what? If one example isn't enough, here is one on the technical side of things. Whenever I want to body an opponent off the ball, everything that is supposed to happen doesn't happen. Let's say I have a 6'1" Micah Richards with Bruiser Playstyle Plus, and he's going up against a 5'3" female player like Claudia Pina, who doesn't have the Enforcer or Press Proven playstyles, right? Richards tries to nudge Pina off the ball, and you would think he would push her over and get the ball pretty easily, no? Wrong. This is EA we're talking about. Logic isn't in their game. I'll tell you what happens. She runs like Usain Bolt and scores a low-driven shot. So much for the game being realistic, am I right? But it's all the opposite whenever I'm attacking. Make it make sense, man. Talking about the tactics, everyone copies the same thing. From the formation, to the build-up play, player rules, to even some of the players that have become surprisingly meta this year. There are only a few options of each of those categories that people stick to, because of the influence by the esports side, I would say. They probably went through a bunch of trial and error. After all, this is their full-time job, so they spend like 20 hours on the game a day, finding the most effective player roles and formations, and now that they've made it to the big leagues, they can tell everyone to play their teams with the same structure, and it sort of makes this glass ceiling between the pros and us regular players. There is so much more than just copying a tactics code, as the pros have much better game sense and the IQ to take their performance to the next level. That is something you can take with you with any formation you play, rather than sticking to only a few sets of instructions with one formation. Wouldn't that be boring and eventually get countered by someone who's actually adaptable to their opposition? Regarding player roles, everything is useless besides one or two for each role, and they become even more useless if there's only one plus or no pluses at all next to the player role, compared to their double plus counterparts. For wingers, it's become natural to go for inside forward double plus, strikers on advanced forward or false 9 double plus, fullbacks on fullback double plus, and center backs on defender double plus. If you see a lot of other teams' tactics on like social media, these are normally the go-to roles. And look, I'm not blaming them one bit. Everyone's out here to win, aren't they? I just think that there's no point in having all of these other unique rules if nobody is going to use them, no? Same with the formations. 90% of the teams I play go with the 4-4-1-1, the 4-4-2, or 4-5-1-2, and at some point you wonder, where has the creativity in this game gone? Are the days of finding someone with a new groundbreaking strategy over? Only time will tell. So overall, you should make the other rules like fun to use as well, and each one should have its benefits and its drawbacks, but we don't see that with any other rules except for the ones that are supposedly meta. Do you remember last year when Kylian Mbappe and Theo Hernandez would terrorize games? Let's talk about the meta players everyone and their dog has in their team. Claudia Pina, as mentioned earlier, is the biggest one this year. Fits into almost any evolution and plays like prime Ronaldinho. I don't even know if that's justified, as I've never seen her actually play. Also really cheap considering her popularity. I may sound like a hypocrite, but Mickey Van de Ven users just irk me the wrong way. The only reason people use him is for his 90 pace. Talk about a pace abuser, especially when all of the defenders are like F1 cars when tracking back. That is another thing that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I think I have a say because I don't have a ridiculously overpowered Evo for him yet, unlike everyone else. Sometimes you have to fight fire with fire, so technically it's self-defense. Virgil van Dijk, especially with that Intercept Plus, nothing gets past him. It's a shame he can't play like that in real life. If there are any other stupidly annoying meta players, let me know in the comments. I just want to clarify. I am constructively criticizing the game because of my love for it, as a football fan and for someone whose only game that they're decent at. I actually can't play shooter games to save my life. I'm not joking when I said I went 3-21 once in a game of Valorant, and I'm Silver 5 in Overwatch.
This nigga is trash.
It's not looking too good for me out there, I'll just say that. Anyone who knows me can verify that. Also, I just think it would be cool if I could make it to Division 1 and get more than 7 wins in the weekend league. It might be a bit late for me to be a footballer, but I think I've got plenty of time to play in an FC Pro tournament. Am I dreaming too much? Probably. But if I keep setting new peaks, why not see how far I can go, right? In the end, if I can't get right on FIFA, then the gaming industry might not be for me. And I really don't hope that is the case for me at the young age of 19. Winning is fun, or if I'm gonna lose, I still want it to be a good and close game at least. So yeah, that is gonna be the video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment what division you're in. Are you enjoying the game so far? Tell me in the comments. And yeah, my TikTok is in the description. And happy Valentine's Day. Have a good day. And peace.